good with your social media, baby? What's good with you, my man? What's up with you, baby? What's up? It's your boy Nick Love with the K9 ProSeeds. I'm back at it today, man. You see the title, baby. You see what the title says. I'm out here road dog trucking right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all some little convo while I'm on the road, man. Ain't nothing, baby. Since I'm headed back to the pad, I want to chop it up with y'all. Y'all see what the title say, man. The title pretty much says itself, man. The last name in front of the dog's first name used to mean something. Basically, if you don't know what I'm talking about, what I'm saying is that whenever I would look at a pedigree, and let's say the pedigree will be lined up with a certain last name. Y'all know last name? Let's just say Hammonds, Garner, Patrick, Tent. What's another last name that you'll see in front of these dogs' pedigrees a whole lot? Back of St. Benedict, Crenshaw, Garrett. You know, you would see these names in front of these dogs' pedigrees all the time. And at that particular time, those specific last names were synonymous with one or multiple dogs. What's up with your Kung Fu? Those last names was synonymous with one or multiple dogs because when you saw the last name in front of a dog's first name, you had an understanding of what type of bloodline this particular dog was supposed to be. You understood what that was. So if you wound up getting a dog from Crenshaw or a dog that had the name Crenshaw up and down the pedigree, you kind of understood that this was going to be some type of honey bush type of dog. Or you got something with the last name of Hammonds in it, you had an understanding that this was going to be some type of alligator dog or close to it, depending on what year you was getting it. Or if you got your Garner dog, you understood this was going to be some little Chinaman type of dog or Chinaman bulldog. Like, you understood the last name. Like, if I said Bobby Hall, you would look at Bobby Hall and you would be thinking of Bullis. You see Halls, anything, you understood that this man here had a line of dogs that was from the Bullison line of dogs. When their last name held the type of weight it did, you understood the type of dog you were supposed to get. Fast forward to today, I'm noticing that a lot of new people are trying to put the horse before the carriage. Meaning, I'm seeing a lot of new people have a whole lot of their last names in front of a lot of dogs' first names, but it's not no specifics. It's not no understanding of, okay, these individuals decided to go off of this particular line of dog. No. This one individual put their last name on a bunch of different lines of other last names, just so that they can cover a pedigree with their name and say that this is theirs. I've noticed that. And there's nothing wrong with doing it, but I see that y'all are pretty much trying to get the accolades without the work. Hey, to each his own, you know, man. Everybody got to do what they got to do. A lot of these, you know, big name breeders, peddlers, or whatever y'all call them, they did the exact same thing that the new folks are doing right now. They did the exact same thing. So you don't knock them. We ain't gonna knock them boys for what they're doing. But what I'm telling you is that it's going to be difficult for them to establish their name as a whole because it's so spared. It's so scattered of what they have together. It's extremely scattered. So let's say you got the last name of Throckmorton. Let's say your last name is Throckmorton, and in the 8th generation pedigree, it's Throckmorton this and Throckmorton that. It's just a whole lot of Throckmorton up and down the pedigree. That looks, you know, solidified and unique. But when you look at Throckmorton and you don't see the same first name of a certain dog behind his last name, you figure, okay, this Throckmorton person, they're not going off of one particular line, one particular dog. They have a family of dogs. That's pretty smart breed. That's damn smart breed, matter of fact. Instead of breeding a whole lot of one dog, you're breeding a family of dogs. So you go past the 8th generation and you see from 8 to 6, from 9 to 16, you see a bunch of other last names. You see a little bit of Throckmorton in there, maybe once or twice. But you see a bunch of other random last names, and it's from 9 to 16. And so you decide to go from 17 to 24. Well, when you get to 17 and 24, you start seeing certain other last names of certain familiar animals. But it's not one consistent. It's not like a lot of Crenshaw or a lot of Howells or a lot of McCool or a lot of Tent. No. It's a plethora of them. It's every last name of those individuals from 17 to 24 without no specific pattern or no specific breeding as to how they're doing. So when you go from 24 back to the first 8 generations and you look at this Throckmorton up and down, you realize this person, all he did was just stick his name in front of other dogs. I'm sorry, all he did was stick his last name in front of other first name dogs just to create what he considers his own line. Now, in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, in order to have your own line of dogs, you have to put in some type of work to show that this line is worth breeding. Just breeding animals to one another, that doesn't make them a line of dogs. You gotta have a specific reason as to why you're breeding. Take a hog dog, for instance. This name, that last name up and down is Hall, is Hall such and such, such and such, such and such. Whatever last name you can think of, or Bullison, Hall, anything, whatever you can think of. Those last names in front of that dog will let you know that this person is specifically breeding characteristics and traits from 1, 2, 3, 4 dogs. This last name, and they're consistent. Let's say you get a Hammond dog. This individual is breeding 1, 2, 3 dogs of traits consistently, and they consistently got them all the time. The people who were sitting here making their last name known when you found them, the reason why you found them was because they was able to make some consistency with the breeding program that they put together. True enough, they started like you, but once they did make their way into being better than you, it's because they narrowed down what they was making. They narrowed down their gene pool. They narrowed down the selections of genetics of what they wanted. Basically, they created a standard for that line of dog. Now you, on the other hand, I'm seeing, you didn't make a standard for no dog. You just bred any dog that seemed to be good for the moment. The animals that you put before, hopefully they have a standard that you're looking for, to where you can sit and say, hey, this is what I'm breeding for. I'm breeding for X, Y, and Z. But I'm noticing that y'all are not breeding for X, Y, and Z, me personally, what I don't think. I think that you're just trying to line your name up so you can sit and say, I have my own line of dogs. This is my line of dogs. Which is, you have your own last name in front of these dogs, but these dogs ain't known for nothing. Like, let's say if I purchased a dog from Crenshaw, I know what type of animal I'm supposed to be getting. I know the type of color pattern I'm supposed to be getting. I know the nose color I'm supposed to be getting. I know the height and weight I'm supposed to be getting. The temperament, it's 50-50. No. The temperament is like, 90-10, 80-20, of what I'm supposed to have. I know this. And so when I'm sitting here going to another person for what they have that I'm wanting to buy, it's because I recognize the last name in front of these dogs' first name and the reputation they have as to these dogs bring this to your breeding program. These dogs bring this to your working program. These dogs bring this here to what you're bringing. You have an understanding of what you're supposed to get, compared to this Throckmorton person who has 7 or 8 mainstream last name people in his pedigree, but they're way in the 17th to the 24th generation. And right now what he has is just pretty much a concoction, in my opinion. It's just a concoction. Or what we call in the bulldog world is a scatterbred dog. And that dog right there, that's a scatterbred dog, is going to be very difficult for that animal to reproduce itself. Extremely difficult for it to reproduce itself. And so when you're sitting here putting together these last names on these random dogs who have no type of status to themselves, all you're doing is just you're diluting a brand, trying to create your own brand. And as I've told you before, there's nothing wrong with trying to do it yourself. I'm just hoping that you young bucks is out here doing it with a standard in mind and not just trying to create your name over somebody else's work from back in the gap. Because the reason why that person from back in the gap got the name they got is because the standard that they was putting together was bringing out the animal that people was wanting to have. This is why they was able to buy them. And this is why they was able to get them sold. Because those animals represented something that the people wanted. Your dog represents something that the people want. Or you just putting your last name in front of these dogs' first name and trying to pass it off as gold. But it's just your boy Nick Love with the K9 ProSeeds, man. I just came chop it up with y'all a little bit, let y'all know what I'm seeing. I'm hoping I gave some type of insight to some of y'all. But if not, it's all good, man. You ain't got to listen to me. I just be running off the mouth anyway. But like I said, man, I'm going to holler at you boys later. Peace out.